She-Hulk will be our next MCU Disney Plus series after Moon Knight, or at least we assume it is. I mean, there's no official confirmation, but just looking at the slate for this year, that's kind of what makes the most sense. And we really don't even know that much about this series yet. Obviously, we haven't had a trailer or anything like that. We did get a little snippet of footage from this series on Disney Plus Day, where we got a great look at the return of Bruce Banner, or Professor Hulk. We also got a shot from behind of She-Hulk. And so I'm really excited for this series. I've always loved the character of She-Hulk, and I'm excited to see what's brought to the table in this half-hour legal comedy, as Kevin Feige has described it. And now we just got some pretty huge news about this, about apparently Howard the Duck is going to be appearing in the She-Hulk Disney Plus series. And this is coming straight from Disney themselves, because apparently there is a Disney magazine, like an official Disney magazine that releases in France and like all French-speaking countries. I'm not sure exactly what country this originated from, but the text is in French. I know that for a fact. And the magazine literally says for Howard the Duck fans, keep your eyes peeled for She-Hulk for some surprises. So right there, they literally confirmed that Howard the Duck is going to be in She-Hulk. And you know, I'd say I'm surprised, but then again, I'm not. Because, again, this series is described as a half-hour legal comedy. And what is more comedy than Howard the Duck? Howard the Duck and comedy just go so well together, especially since you have Seth Green voicing the character. We just got this character's return in Marvel Studios' What If. He first appeared in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, then Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and then a brief cameo in Avengers Endgame, and then had I think he was in 2 episodes maybe of Marvel Studios' What If, and now he's rumored to be appearing in the She-Hulk Disney Plus series. So what is he going to do in the She-Hulk Disney Plus series? Well, since we know that Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, is a lawyer, I would not at all be surprised if she was actually defending Howard the Duck, and maybe Howard the Duck is one of her clients. Because, again, the last time we saw him, at least in live action, in the main MCU version of the character, whereas in What If, it was not only animated, but also a different universe version of Howard the Duck, the last time we saw him was in Avengers Endgame on Earth. So, maybe after that final battle, he never went back to wherever out in space he's living at that time. Maybe he decided to stay on Earth like he does in the comics and got into a little mischief, you know, started whipping out the quack fu, as he is professionally trained in. You know, maybe he got into a bit of a trouble. We also know that actually in the comics he is, I believe he's a private investigator or something along those lines, so that could also be a tie into this, or it could literally just be that, you know, Howard the Duck, he's a mischievous little duck, got into some trouble, and now She-Hulk, or Jennifer Walters, has to defend him. Maybe even he's trying to get, like, become an official American citizen or something like that. That'd be pretty funny. Again, it is a comedy series, and they've mentioned that this series will feature appearances from multiple Marvel MCU characters that will need the help of Jennifer Walters' She-Hulk. That's why we also have rumors of Charlie Cox appearing here as Matt Murdock Daredevil. So I think this makes sense. And, you know, when I did first see this headline, I was like, oh, that's kind of weird and out of the blue. But then when you really think about it, like, Howard the Duck in She-Hulk, it makes a lot of sense. And honestly gets me even more excited for She-Hulk, because I'm already excited for this series just to see the debut of Tatiana Maslany as Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, her journey, her origin, and her transformation into the character of She-Hulk. And I'm excited to see more of Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner, Professor Hulk, as well as the return of Tim Roth as Abomination. But now this gets me excited to see what other Marvel characters are going to be popping up in this series, like Howard the Duck. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this news that supposedly Howard the Duck will be having an appearance in the She-Hulk Disney Plus series? So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I can keep up to date on everything that goes on in the Marvel life.